And of course, Galleydown Boy hadn't been over 6 bends before the Ledger. A great piece of training by his handler, John Copplestone. John, your first Ledger winner there, Galleydown Boy. When he entered the competition, how far realistically do you think he could go?
Or to the final. He was laid out for the race, especially laid out. Providing he stayed in his trial stake. We set him out there for a trial stake, providing he stayed in his trial stake. He was laid out especially for the Ledger. The dog was, because I know that, you know, the Ledger's a tough competition, and I didn't want to be putting him around the 6 bends too early. I was always confident, providing, you know, when you put a dog over it first time, you always look though he's going to be a great stayer, but you don't know until, you know, until you try it, like. I was always confident.
Yeah, he was always staying on in his 4-bend races. We saw him good races at Sheffield, places like that. You weren't tempted to go for the Grand Prix, an easy 6?
No, because it suits a galloping track, and Wembley is ideal for him. The first time I put a rider as a puppy, 29.11, first time around the track. Now a dog that could do 29.11 around the track and stay 660, you know, he ain't going to be far away in the St. Ledger, like. So and the dog suits those type of tracks. I don't think Walthamstow would have suited him. He's more of a galloping tracks, like. But as I said, he's just 2-year-old, and he come up just right, you know, for the St. Ledger, like.
When Highmore Glen went quite a long way clear, he's a class dog. Did you think you could catch him?
Oh, yes, because we would have caught him last week. We was desperate unlucky not to catch him last week, and it did the same run last week, and we was desperate unlucky. The dog had, I mean, the Highmore Glen's very little early pace and a very good dog, but this is a testing, you know, Wembley's a very testing circuit. It's testing, more testing. Last week, it had enough coming in and dropped to my left coming in and stopped me. I mean, I was lucky to qualify. I mean, I was looked all over the winner coming home. He's dropped onto the rails, and you know, I was lucky to qualify actually after that. And I was a winner coming home, and then I was lucky to qualify. Now, I was never worried about him. I was worried about Gunboat Jeff, the way he ran in the semis, coming off the back. Now, I wasn't worried about the front runners, not providing my dog had to run around the first 2 bends.
Right. Also joined by the owner, Dave Morris. Dave, were you as confident as John was when Highmore Glen went so far in front?
Yes. I was knew he was going to pick him up. Because as John had said, he should have picked him up on Monday. But he checked where Highmore Glen cut him off badly at the last bend. If he'd picked him up before, I knew we were going to pick him up tonight.
Now, I know there's got to be a lot of celebrating to do before you sit down and really plan out a campaign for Galleydown Boy next year. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, I know John wants to run him next week at Reading in the Hunt Cup, but after that he's going to be given a break, and then hopefully he's going to clean up next year.